Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading. I hope you guys are well. I am here with Mega, our saucy beaver here on the channel. She is just giving herself a bath, getting saucy for the reading. And of course, baby's here. Baby's here with her too. I want to come on, guys, and I want to tap into the masculine energy because the vibe I'm getting is that a lot of your masculines are, they're kind of pacing back and forth at this time because, I feel them saying like, I want another taste. I want to do it again. I don't know what that means for some of you. They may want to see you again. They may want to kiss you again. They may want to be intimate with you again. But that's just what I'm hearing is that, I want another taste of you. It doesn't always have to be in a sexual way, but it could just be like spending time with you. Do you know what I mean? Like I want another taste of that. Okay, so how do they see you right now, Divine Feminine? Why do they want another taste? Oh my gosh, guys. And you guys saw me shuffling, okay? Romanticism. I don't know why this card keeps coming out. There's a lot of water in this card. They could be in their feels. For me, the shells here represent just feminine energy. Like even the way a lot of shells are shaped, sometimes it looks just like the yoni. So, I feel like this is a masculine man who finds a lot of comfort in your femininity. Like you could be very gentle, very calm, very soothing to them. These are key indicators that you are their divine feminine. No one else brings them peace like you do. Okay, and it could just be hearing your voice, texting you and having you reply and just knowing that things are okay. I feel like they want to know that things are okay. They want to initiate conversation because they want to see you again. They think about you very, very romantically. This card particularly tells me that they want to get away with you. It could be too that like things just aren't the same if you're not there. Like they can't have a good time without you. Okay, a lot of you could have gone through like a deeper period of bonding with one another. Many of you as well could have recently, like reunion is the word I'm hearing. Like you guys communicated after a long time of separation. And I feel like that communication that happened after that long period of separation, like spiritually what occurred was like a deep bonding. It's like they probably experienced a side to you that they maybe never seen before, and maybe they decided to show you parts of themselves that you've never seen before, and now they are just romanticizing this entire connection with you, Divine Feminine, because I feel like a lot of your masculines, it's the first time that they're ever getting to experience that like true love type of relationship. And some of them may be feeling like they're unworthy. Let's find out what that is about. Why do they feel unworthy? What are the lessons behind that feeling? Okay, so we have rejection, loss, and fragmented. They could have experienced a lot of rejection and loss. For me, fragmented, it's almost like there's parts of your divine masculine's life, like parts of their life, certain parts of their memories, experiences, and they keep it locked away because it's very triggering. Okay, I feel like karmics have the ability to trigger the negative side of their experiences. Okay, so for many of you, like if you're wondering like why your masculine may be so closed off, you wonder if it's the way they were brought up, it's the way they were, it has nothing to do with that. I feel like a lot of your masculines probably come from like very loving homes, very close knitted to their family, and because of that they probably displayed a level of vulnerability where it's like they met other partners who took advantage of their kindness. They probably have met partners along the way that showed them that it's like when you're a gentleman or when you're a nice guy, you get burned and you get taken advantage of. So this is probably a masculine that's like, no more fucking Mr. Nice Guy. Like, bitches. You guys are bitches, you're hoes, you don't mean nothing. Like that type of energy I'm getting from this masculine. It's like they were once like so pure, okay? Very romantic, wearing their heart on their sleeve. But maybe there's been like a few relationships that they've experienced where it's like they tried not to be that person, but it's like these people took advantage of their kindness, and it's like the version that you get of them is like this wounded version. And now that you are here trying to come towards them with love and with passion, it's very hard for them to receive it, because like they've been burnt in the past. It's like half of them wants to give to you, but the other half of them is so broken from the experiences that they've been through. And I'm hearing too, Divine Feminine, like some of these karmic situations that they've been in, like they came at them like pure-hearted and with good intentions. They seem like good girls, and then it was like the deceit, it's like someone appears to be perfect, and then it's like, boom, you get cheated on and you didn't see it coming. Or like, boom, this person had somebody else this whole time. Or like, I don't know, like it's just something like that, where I think like a lot of your masculines were soul shocked very early on when it came to their first experiences in relationships, and so it hardened them over time to view like the opposite energy in a very hostile way, where it's like you're just bitches are only good for one thing, like type of thing. Like, I don't know why I keep getting that word, and I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but it's just like that kind of like toxic masculine energy I'm picking up on. But it wasn't always this way, okay? I feel like they came into a few toxic feminines who maybe took their kindness for weakness, or who maybe took their vulnerability, took advantage of their vulnerability, okay? Yeah, that's just, I guess, what I'm getting for this masculine. I just got like a heavy feeling over my heart, almost like that's exactly what happened. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but I'm hearing a masculine energy like kind of being like, yeah, you're bang on with that, okay? We also have decisions coming out, and I feel like decisions is coming out because it's a time to release the past. I feel like it's time for the masculines to be open and vulnerable again, because if they continue to let this part of like the rejection and the loss, if they continue to live with that for the rest of their lives, it's probably definitely going to affect the experience that they want to have with the Divine Feminine, okay? So there is a form of like detaching from those old memories or experiences, and it's a decision that they have to make. But it could be very painful to like revisit some of these memories, and I feel like you trigger them in this way as well, Divine Feminine, where it's like you keep giving off this vibe like you're too good to be true, and they know what that too good to be true feeling is all about, and they don't want any part of it sometimes, because again, I feel like this reading is all about a Divine Masculine who just was genuinely a nice, sweet guy, ready to give their all, and it's like, unfortunately, their heart landed in the wrong hands, okay? And you could very much remind them of this person too, Divine Feminine, okay? But what's confusing for them is like the energy that comes from you, it's different, okay? How do these masculines feel in their heart space for you? What kind of romantic message do they want to send? Like, what's the truth to how it is they feel? Okay, these are way too many. I'm not being guided to take all of those. Let's split the deck in half. Universe, just one precise message on what romantic energy they want to send to the feminine to help validate her intuition about the truth about the twin flame connection, the heart-to-heart connection. That's not interfered by anybody else. No one is able to interfere with the invisible bond that twin flames have. Can we tap into that invisible bond? What message does this masculine want to send to the feminine? Okay, so we have, you deserve love. I'm also being guided to take what's at the bottom of the deck and what was at the top and what was at the bottom. Okay. I'm feeling that like heaviness over my heart again, okay? You deserve love is like, you deserve to give yourself another chance at being that person again who wears their heart on their sleeve and who is actually a nice guy and who gives their all in a relationship, because it's just part of the game. I feel like I'm also hearing the word like repression. Like, I feel like this is a masculine, whoever's masculine this is, they're not being truthful to themselves. I feel like deep down inside, they've always fantasized and romanticized love or relationships. Like, this is a divine masculine who, like, they would spoil you, you know, but they've been in situations where they've definitely spoiled the people in their lives, but it's always been met with, it's just not enough. Or, you know, partners tend to be like superficial or artificial, or there's just no gratitude or appreciation, okay? So I feel like a lot of your masculines hardening, okay? But they've got to open up their heart again, okay? They have to remember what it's like to take a risk. Like, I feel too that rejection and loss, it's a big thing for your masculines. Many of you have experiences where your masculines, they can ghost quite easily, okay? And it's because of their fear of rejection. There's going to be a level of trusting here with the feminine, and it's going to take, like, I feel like certain experiences like synchronicity, maybe dreams. I feel like the universe is in charge of showing them that they can move past the fear of opening up and the fear of loving again in the way that they once used to. Like, I feel like there's a part, many of you can sense this as well with your counterpart. Like, you can sense that they are just genuinely a lover and not a fighter. But certain experiences over time, certain experiences that have followed them, it's made them a fighter. And I feel like the divine feminine is wanting to bring out the lover in them again, which is why the flirt card is coming up. It's like they're being called to extend their energy and be vulnerable. But I feel like in turn as well, what that is doing is it's pushing these divine masculines further and further away from karmic situations. So if a lot of you feel this heavy energy, like they're coming towards you, but you see no action, it's because it's also triggering another part of their life that needs to be released or let go of. So it's like a lot of major things are happening in this divine masculine's life. It's like their heart is opening up, they're feeling this pull to you, but at the same time, this pull is also causing them to shift or to move away from the old version of their life or from the people they once knew. And it's tough. It's hard. And I'm sensing too, like, a lot of your masculines, they may feel really uncomfortable right now in their own skin, because, you know, Ascension, guys, it's literally shedding the 3D versions of ourselves, and we start operating on the 4D and 5D. And what that essentially means is that you see the world differently. You become more elevated. Like, all of a sudden, you don't want to do anybody wrong. Like, you just want to live a good, wholesome, authentic life. You want to be helpful to other people. You're no longer irresponsible with other people. You know, like the old version of you might have like road rage, or like just easily get irritated by people, make fun of people, stuff like that. I feel like when you go on the Ascension journey and you start living in the 4D and 5D, you're shifting with Mother Earth. You're shifting with Gaia. And she only can hold room for people who are ascending, because she wants a new version of planet Earth to exist. And it's like, when you start ascending, it's like all of a sudden, like, you see the world more beautifully. You communicate with animals more closely. Like, all of a sudden you understand the birds. All of a sudden you don't want to kill bugs. Like, you just become kinder to people. And so I feel like that's why many of your masculines have to shift away from their old life, because there's a lot of people that surround them right now that just, they don't get it. Like, they're still operating on that like 3D level where it's like, you know, they get road rage and they're rude, and, you know, they don't see the meaning of caring about society, or like they can't hold conversations about how to expand or uplift or, you know, protect our community. Like, they're just like absent-minded, you know. So yeah, a lot of big things are going on with your masculines where they're kind of realizing that, like, they just want to be with you because something in them is pulling them to be something greater, and they only feel that when they're around you. What's going on in their lives right now, in their physical lives, that they want to communicate, anything that they would like to communicate, just to give you a heads up about what it is they're doing. Okay, so we have the Lovers card. And I feel like it perfectly kind of wraps up this reading, and it does talk about, again, you know, being committed to somebody who has like that vision or that purpose. And that's really what I feel like is happening for many of your masculines when you ascend. you start feeling like you're here for a purpose. Like rather than just to like indulge and live life in this like boring and mundane way. Like even like the flashy stuff is kind of getting old for them. Like doing things just to get clout on social media, or surrounding themselves with people who it's like, you know, I just want to be with you to make it seem like I have a life. Like I feel like a lot of your masculines are getting tired of that. It's getting boring. They want to push themselves. They want to challenge themselves. Because a lot of them are starting to realize like the purpose of this journey is to help them carry out like their purpose. Like I feel like a lot of your masculines, like deep down inside, they have a lot of big dreams. They have a lot of big goals about making like their mark in this world, doing something differently, doing things easier so that way they can inspire other people around them. You know, a lot of your masculines could have like a lot of passion for like earning money and like, you know, being very diligent when it comes to following your dreams. And like a lot of your masculines have magician energy too. But sometimes they can be surrounded by like other masculine energies that try to sabotage them, or they try to sabotage that creativity, because that creativity that comes from many of your masculines who want to make a change, it's the other half of their lovers, right? Like lovers is masculine and feminine, yin and yang, black and white, however you guys want to say it. I feel like when your masculines get in this mode of like being creative and they want to get stuff off the ground and like they start dreaming, it's like they get bogged down by the masculine energies around them, because it's like it comes off like, you know, like what are you dreaming over there? What do you have it? What are you setting goals for yourself? Like what kind of bitch shit is that? Like that's the type of energy that they can sometimes be surrounded by. So I feel like a lot of them are trying to distance themselves, or at least create something new, an environment, a space where they can focus a little bit more on like this whole pull between twin flames. And many of them too are starting to realize like it's like you don't need validation from other people. Like you're more than capable and worthy of doing it all on your own. So many of your masculines are getting serious now about carrying out plans for themselves. And I feel like a lot of people are noticing it's like it could be because of you. Like they need to get close to you, they need to be near you, they need to be in communication with you, because when you two start vibing, big things start happening. And whether the people around them know it or not, or consciously know that they're doing this or not, there is this level of like sabotage or feeling very triggered. I feel like your masculine has a way of making people around them feel like they're not doing enough, because your masculine could be like a go-getter, you know, but then when they start doing too well, it's like people start observing that, and it's like all of a sudden, hey, you want to go to the bar? Yeah, let's go to the bar and get drunk. So that way they sabotage your masculine from waking up early the next day and hitting that overtime hard, or earning that money, or just doing things that they naturally feel a drive. Okay, and whether these people again are do it consciously or unconsciously, I feel like the masculines are going to have to open up their eyes about this stuff. We also have true love that is long lasting, choices made from the heart, a return to good health. And I think we had decisions. So decisions and choices, that's a key word for those of you who resonate with this reading, okay? A return to good health also. That's why a lot of your masculines, they can't help but be near you. They can't help but feel the pull, okay? But this time, like as far as what's going on in their physical lives, it's about standing up for the freedom to experience this connection to the fullest, because it's more than just like the romanticism and the love and the flirting between these two, the chemistry. It goes way deeper than that. Their energy just tends to work off of one another so that, again, they can carry out their work in this world, right? Not everybody wants to just be in their community and uplifted, or find ways for people to help other countries, or to help, you know, the earth. I feel like a lot of your masculines are really passionate about that, and they want to lean towards that direction of making an impact. But again, it's their environment that stops them from doing that. But once they're able to shift that and pull away, a lot of your masculines are getting ready to be decisive and do some really great things. All right, I love you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. Me and Maggie will catch you later, okay? All right, bye guys.